So I basically actually abandoned this save file already. Just due to the amount of chickens we unleashed on our farm, I didn't really know how to deal with them. Basically, I was just too lazy. I was going to start fresh, but then someone in the comments pointed out that these little guys will eat chickens without mercy. And they don't exactly get full easy, so let's fire 15 of these onto the farm and see how long it takes them to eat a million chickens. I heard one get eaten. Of all the things I could have done with 100 days in Slime Rancher, I chose this. Oh, but they're going quick. I can hear the plorts, and eventually we're going to get our frames back as well. But as of now, I'm considering this problem solved. Thank you to those in the comments who pointed this out. All I can hear is the sound of chickens dying and plorts coming out, so we're going to be rich and solve a problem. Before they're all gone entirely, I'm going to try and suck up as many as I can just to bring to some of the largos around the world. We might as well use some of these chickens. Oh, they're even out here and everything. It's going to take those guys so long to deal with that. Okay, with this chicken, I managed to fill my backpack with 120 chickens worth of feedables. The chicks can't be fed to things, so let's go find something to feed these two. The hunter slimes will take care of the rest of this eventually. It actually feels really weird to be back out in the world where the frame rate is normal. I've just realized I also found crystal slimes, which could be fun to take with me if I wasn't overloaded on chickens already. I also found a largo here that eats veggies. Chickens are definitely not veggies. But I found the map revealer thing. Where I want to go is over here where I spied a tabby from the other side. So don't worry, giant cat, I came prepared. I was breeding chickens for 100 days already, so you're probably going to be full after 30 of them? Nope, you want more than 30. Have some roosters. Wow, you really do eat a lot. You better have a good reward for me. And it's a teleporter. I didn't mean to go through the teleporter yet. There was garbage there. I thought there was garbage there. Well, whatever then. I'll settle for the tabbies because these are so rare. So that apparently takes us all the way back to here, but inside a cave. Okay, I now understand where I am and how I got here. I think where I want to go is probably Lava Mountain. I want to find the most endgame slimes I possibly can. The rest of the cats and stuff are not fun. But just in case I don't find something, I'm going to take some of the crystals with me. This area looks a little more fun. Boom tabbies that look angry. What is this stuff? Okay, we also got some lava dust, so we're on the right track for better slimes. And whatever those are, fire slimes. Okay, well, that's probably more interesting than elder roosters, or maybe these. Okay, looking around, I see another map thing way up there, so we're gonna head that way so I can actually see where we're going. So after revealing that, this is the whole area, now we'll move on to the next one. I'm so far from home at this point that I'm not even sure if I can get home anymore. Hopefully elder hens aren't particularly valuable for something, but I guess I have more back at home. So the next gatekeeper we need to get past is this guy, and I just fired all my chickens away. Well, I fired 30 of them away. I still have 30 to give him, so I think we need another 20, which shouldn't be so bad. Kinda wish I saw that from further away because we wouldn't have had as much of an issue. And there's a lucky slime that I can't really do anything with because I don't have any meat. I've decided to just be quicker to go home and grab some chickens here and make a deposit. I see the hunter slimes haven't made a particular lot of progress yet. That's okay, I'll just pretend they're my family and a permanent addition to my farm as the game freezes entirely. Oh, and those guys unfroze themselves, so they can eat chickens too. Everyone here should be eating chickens. Maybe I just need to unleash some tar slimes. Do they eat chickens? They might help. You're even down in the caves. Now you're just annoying me. Yeah, they're literally all the way down into the caves and probably all around the cave, so I still can't move without the game going exceptionally slow. I think at this point it's probably safe to get rid of the chicken coop as well because I feel like we have enough chickens. And for now we're going to grow whatever those are because I feel like they're going to be more valuable than other things. This guy's got the right idea. He just helped himself right into the coop. But I'm also going to demolish that and then I'm going to put an incinerator because is that where fire slimes go? Yes, you got to add an ash trough to it, but then you can put fire slimes in there, which may or may not combine with the other slimes in here to make whatever largos, but I really couldn't care less at this point. I just incinerated one of those by accident. But actually, as the chickens hop in there, they should themselves get incinerated maybe. I don't know how that works. The chickens are multiplying faster than they're being eaten. That's what I'm pretty sure of. And thanks to my bats, I got some batty ports plus all the things I need for an extra power core, so now I have more energy overall, which basically means I can sprint and or fly for a little longer. Okay, well now I'm going to take my extra stuff and head back to where we were at the far side of the world. And then I've got 30 carrots for you, which I don't know is going to be enough, but it's a good step. I did also bring 11 of the weird fruit things, and he's full. Give me that back. What do we got? Fountain of water and crystal slimes, which basically takes us to a new spot with water slimes. I just realized with my new jetpack I could probably fly from there right over top of this thing, but we'll feed the idiot instead. I'm sure these will be more than enough to get him full, and then we'll see what's behind him. Plus we got a lot of boom slimes, which happen to eat meat, so you know what? And there's some pods, and I have no idea what this is. So there's an Ember Valley portal that I can make. Can I just sort of have one now? And apparently this is just sort of a collapsed door, so I'm not sure if this is even part of the game. So then Where's all the rare slimes? I can always tell when I'm getting close down by the way the frames start dropping. And then, of course, by the army of chickens. Alright, these hunter slimes aren't doing it for me anymore. So let's go ahead and take back our fire slimes for a second. And see if we can manage to create a tar slime out of one of these by feeding him some fruit. Okay, I just launched a piece of fruit into there on the bat that may or may not turn it into a tar. I don't know what they eat. They eat everything. I can't even screw this up right. Okay, for now I'm going to sell my fire slimes plorts. They're very valuable, $53 each. Okay, I've managed to get one of the hoppy slimes. I'm going to try and feed it something that's not a veggie, either a chicken or a fruit, and maybe that's going to work for it. Or maybe not. We'll find out shortly. Okay, instead it turned itself into a largo, so it's also going to eat chickens for a while. Okay, I'm understanding the problem now. I need to feed one of these guys a different plort. So much fun trying to maneuver amongst all these chickens. But if I feed one of these guys a baddie plort, that should do the trick. Come on, eat that. Somebody eat one of these. I need some tar slimes here. There you go. There it is. I'm pretty sure that tar slime should, turn other slimes into tars and make an enormous mess of this entire farm. I've picked up most of the slimes that I want to keep, so everyone else is left to fend for themselves. Not sure if the tars can deal with chickens, but I sure hope they can. Otherwise, I probably just created more problems than solutions. Don't know if the game is gonna love the tars hopping around, turning other things into tars, and I don't know if they're doing anything with chickens yet. Not sure what just made the chickens all explode there. I guess they spawned in against the force field. I can't unlock that because they're gonna all go that way now. But then again, what do I care ultimately? $1,800. We're gonna have some farm over here that's largely chicken free for a minute. Not sure if there's anything of note over here, but there's at least more spaces to have slimes, and that might be a portal at some point. For now, I'm gonna make a few new corrals because they're gonna make me a lot of money. So we're gonna start with some boom slimes in this one, 17 of them, and 4 crystal slimes in there. They eat veggies, they eat meat. Luckily, I have some spare meat kicking around, and that's gonna help solve part of the chicken problem because I'm gonna take like 60 of the 1,000 chickens away. So we're just gonna start firing in a variety of chickens in there. They're gonna give me some plorts, where they're gonna take some of those plorts and feed them to these guys, and then they'll also eat chickens and also produce a lot of slimes for me. So we're gonna go get some more chickens. I'm also gonna move 6 of the boom slimes over to this one to kind of even out the numbers between the 2 cages. Didn't take me long at all to get a stack of boom plorts, which I can then put into this machine for future considerations and teleporters. And it looks like the tar slimes have since left my farm for some reason, so that's not super great. After running around for a couple minutes, I realized there might be a pretty easy solution to my chicken problem. The pink slime is obviously very common and it can eat everything without worry. The tabby can eat only meat, but it does eat meat, and it's very common, so I brought back about 50 of those. But I might just haul in like 1,000,000 pink slimes and they'll eventually outnumber the chickens or eat them faster than the chickens can reproduce. I'm not sure which is going to happen first, but these pink slimes are going to be pretty happy to be here. The pink slimes are pretty safe because they're unlikely to turn into tars. The tabbies probably will turn into tars because there's a lot of other things around. So I'm going to try and leave them maybe over here close to the teleporter because the teleporter is kind of laggy when I land here because there's 1,000,000 chickens waiting for them. So in effect, we're turning our chicken problem into a slime problem, but we'll deal with that problem when the time comes. So far the tabbies are having a lot of fun. The pink slimes are already having fun. They're turning into pink tabbies, so whatever. Chickens are slowly disappearing. I do actually feel like the number of chickens is thinning out a little bit. I'm not sure if it is migrating, but the longer I play, the more they multiply too, so I've really got to overnumber them sooner than later. But since I have all the boom and crystal plorts now, along with a few other things, we're going to put them all very slowly into here. We only needed 10 of those and we got 60, but now we have better dash boots. And somehow I have this stuff already to make an Ember Valley portal. So now I can go straight to the far side of the world with that. We still need to deal with a chicken problem pretty badly. But I put my Ember Valley portal right there, so if I want to go to the far side of the world, it's as easy as that. Looks like some pink slimes are naturally finding their way over here anyway, because I don't think I fired these ones, so that's a good sign. Every time they eat chickens, they will produce plorts, but the plorts themselves will eventually despawn. The chickens themselves will keep multiplying forever. So my plan for the next little while is to walk to about here with whatever slimes we have, fire them in so the game doesn't lag, they'll eat some of that, and then we can hopefully work our way in further and further. When we're here on the edge, we'll take a few chickens with us and fire them into the sea or something. Just anywhere where there's not anything. They're everywhere. It just never ends. Well, so far the pink slimes aren't winning the battle, but they're doing their best. So let's see if I can sleep for a few days and see if anything fun happens that way. 3 days later, we still seem to have a chicken problem, particularly in that corner. I also kind of forgot that I unlocked this already too, which is just more spots for more slimes. But then I also remembered there's a further area too that costs 3,500. It's a little little bit more expensive, so it might be a little bit better. Or just sort of be more of the same. There is water here though, so I probably could have water slimes right here out in the open. Well, for now, I'm pretty much just going to let the chickens be because I don't think I have much of an option. But I did take the teleporter. That only takes me to here? I thought that took me way further. I also forgot about this happy idiot. I did by chance happen to bring 30 chickens because I tend to have a surplus of them. This won't be enough for him, and I don't know if he rewards me with anything I care about anyways. I think I've already found the remaining chickens I need for the big idiot. Yep, quicker than I thought. And that gives me a jet back up to the surface where I dropped from. Oh, and a whole bunch of the glowy idiots too. Oh, like a gold slime. Didn't do anything with it, don't really care, looking for the things for the big idiot up above. Because I feel like this one might sort of be the guardian to something special. I just need lots of nectar, which is kind of annoying. I was messing around near the edge and I think I might have found a secret area that I can't quite access yet, unless there happens to be a way in somewhere over here, which there doesn't seem to be, but that's kind of interesting because there's definitely a pot in there. I just don't really know how to get in there. But I've been looking around for nectar at night especially. I haven't found any yet because apparently it's very rare. Okay, I just found one, so that's one of like the million we need. I think it comes out of those. And I didn't realize there's been a largo sitting right here beside me this entire time. I doubt it's hiding anything amazing in that particular cave, but it should be easy to get the food it needs. I also feel like I should really take advantage of the fact that we do have all these chickens. I mean, there is like a million of them. We might as well do something with that. Which kind of has me thinking, how many chickens can you fit in a corral? If that is 30, I would estimate a lot. And you guys can eat this one. These guys have been producing me a lot of plorts since I've been away, and I haven't been gone that long. I'm also going to make some storage just because I will eventually need to start actually keeping track of things. For now, we need to recoup some of the $20,000 we spent, so I'm going to sell 30 crystal and 30 boom plorts. All while being mocked by the chickens I cannot defeat. At least the older chickens are a little bit bigger, so they're going to take up more room. Then again, will they just multiply in there? I don't have to shoot a million in. I could just multiply them. So for now, I'm just going to run up there, grab as many chickens as I can fit into my vacuum in a hurry, fire them into here, including the little ones. They'll turn into bigger ones and take up more room anyways. And with this cluster, I think I'm going to have the kind of ground layer of chickens done. I like how nice and calm they are when they're down there. It's actually starting to get reasonably full reasonably fast. I haven't even properly cleaned up like this small little area yet, and the cage is already looking this full, and that's not even like 1% of my entire chicken population. I am kind of curious if they will multiply inside the cage or not, so I'm going to sleep through like 5 days to see if their number grows, which is also going to replenish this, but there's no way I can vacuum up enough of the chickens to make a difference anyways. Alright, it's been 5 or 6 or 7 days. The chicken population is obviously replenished. Yeah, I think they actually did multiply a little bit in there, and the chickens have replenished themselves farther than they've ever been in those 6 days. So I'm realizing now that I actually had a solution to my problem probably all along. It turns out it's the ringtail slimes, not the hunter slimes, that will eat even when they're not hungry. I actually had a bunch of them earlier, but I didn't feed them when they died because I thought they were useless. But now that I understand that they're unstoppable monsters that just keep eating and eating and eating, we're gonna set 3 of them loose in the middle of my farm right here, where they will hopefully eat chickens indefinitely. In the daytime, they turn into statues, but at nighttime, they will just continually eat. I don't know how quick they eat, but they have lots of food, so good for them. So just sitting here watching and listening, they are continually eating. I can hear them. They eat, produce a plort, eat again. It's not super quick, but it is eating some of the chickens. So I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to find more ringtails and also the moondew nectars, since they're in the same areas. And there's another gold slime. I'm finding these everywhere today. Sorry, this one's a lucky slime. And I think I hear another lucky slime. I don't know why I'm finding them everywhere today, but I sure am. On the bright side, if you spend enough time looking for the ringtails, you find a lot of the moondew nectar. So while I'm slowly finding ringtails, I'm slowly going to feed this idiot these. Oh, and it's actually already full. Turns out you didn't need all that many. There better be something amazing in this hole. Also, I wouldn't mind some ringtails. I still have a very big chicken problem. Okay, I found a button over here. Oh, this is where I was looking at from the other side. Okay, so did I find essentially another dead end? Kind of seems like I did. I think I found the end in both directions where you can't really go any further. Although I may be overlooking something because I feel like the reward for feeding that thing all the rare honeydew was basically nothing. I wanted to come home and bring my new 3 ringtails here. I only managed to find 3 overnight, but that's still something. Looks like they didn't make much of a dent in the chickens. But at least now they're going to double the numbers. Those ones should turn back into ringtails momentarily. Okay, they've all turned back into regular ringtails, so I'm just going to let them run for the entire night and kind of see what happens. There's a ton of chickens though, so I don't know. The 6 ringtails are making pretty decent progress against the chickens. Obviously the chickens are still numerous, but I guess I can use the ringtail plorts to make more ringtail largos. So I'm going to suck up whatever plorts I can adequately carefully, and then we're gonna make some big ringtail largos out of pink slimes. And something will give up eventually because the game is not loving this, but at least the chicken numbers should start dwindling soon. Like, look how slow it is to fire chickens out of the cannon. There's no frame rate. Luckily I placed a few pink slimes down over here, so we're just gonna try and get them into our vacuum. Okay, I'm gonna try and fire these guys over here against the cage. That way it's kind of clear because the game's so laggy it's hard to maneuver. But the process is this: we fire a slime very slowly, and then we fire a plort into its face. We'll fire a few plorts there on the ground and eventually leave them, and we'll just fire some pink slimes on top of that or something. I don't know. It's hard when the game's is laggy because it's hard to know what's happening. Okay, we got a few of them starting to turn now, so the chickens are gonna have trouble with that. We'll fire the rest of pink slime somewhere there and hope for the best. A third one turned and launched another one into the air. Okay, I'm starting to hear chicken crunches that are rapid right now, so that's a good sign for us. There we go, my chicken destroying army is finally coming to life. Look at the chickens down here. They've piled up so much they're actually like, you can't see the ground. It's like 3 layers deep of chickens. But what I do have down here are lots of plorts. Alright, I've gone ahead and collected 30 pink slimes that we can turn into the ringtails. Looks like they've spread out a little bit, but they're definitely devouring a lot. Adding another 30 is probably going to help. So the best way to do this is to fire 30 pink slimes very slowly into this corral, and then give them 30 ringtail plorts to eat, and then they'll all turn into largos, who can and will eat chickens non-stop. I assume they might also start to let themselves out before too long, but we'll see. So we're going to have like 45 largos in total, ringtails in general, so I don't know if that's going to be enough to override the chickens or not. I do have another corral with another 21 ringtail plorts, so we can make more if we want to. Some of the little pink ones are getting stuck in the corners without proper plorting. Well, I think it's time to demolish the cage anyway. They're about to let themselves out anyway, so there we go. Free range idiots. A whole lot of them eating a whole lot of chickens. If there's any plain pink ones left, I'm going to try and plort them. There is one somewhere in there. The frame rate's dropping just a little. There you go. Did he get it? Yep. Now the chicken crunch is almost constant. Plus we're getting a lot of new ringtail plorts to give to our few slimes that aren't ringtailed. So it's still not the quickest of processes, but they are going through the chickens fairly quickly. And there's a lot of them out there for them to eat, so they can just enjoy for a while. Ran down here because I'm getting a little worried about that particularly, getting close to the water plorts. If he eats those, he might turn into a tar, which will ruin everything. And we still managed to get tar slimes. I don't know what plorts they found, but they definitely tarred themselves. Well, in theory, this would have slowly worked. There was still a lot of chickens to get through, but it was always going to be really hard to stop them from turning into tars because there's just a lot of crap lying around for some reason. So it was a fun experiment, and I think I found the end of the game. So success?